everyone, welcome back to another Sims 4 stop motion speed build. This is Megan, aka Simply Simmer, and today's episode is inspired by a Netflix documentary that seems to be taking over the internet lately, which is Tiger King. So I'm not actually on TikTok, but I did recently see a TikTok video where somebody recreated the people from Tiger King in The Sims 4. I thought it was the funniest thing and it was a huge inspiration for this video. I did recreate Joe Exotic, John, and Carole F Baskin, and then I used the Sims 4 gallery to download some lions and tigers. So I hope I'm crediting the creators properly because I found a lot of reposts in the game and I did my best to find the originals. The orange and white tigers that you'll see in a minute were made by the Simmers PugOwned and NickiStark. The female lion was made by PugOwned as well, and the male lion was made by Coreczka, which I'm hoping I pronounced that right. There is a little baby tiger as well that I just used the genetics tool in Create a Sim to create. But anyway, this build was so much different from all of my other builds because it's mostly an exterior build and it's a zoo. I think I was able to use my knowledge from Planet Zoo to kind of create exhibits that almost represent the habitat that each animal is from. I only had so much space to work with, so I only made a lion cage and a tiger cage in this lot. This space in here is actually the dining area that was shown when Joe was serving food on Thanksgiving. I made a little bit of a kitchen area and then I put some long dining tables with some places to sit and kind of gave it a rundown bar style. I had a lot of fun creating different poses with the Sims. I don't use any custom content in the game, but I do occasionally use mods for the poses in the videos. So most of the still shots of the Sims are from using a posing mod. Alright, so the next spot that I'm showing is the tiger cage. One of my favorite build hacks is to create a pond or a body of water of some type by using a pool and then using a wall paint or wallpaper on the insides to give it a different depth and shade. Then using the terrain tools around it to blend the edges. I think it looks pretty neat. I did put a ladder there just because I thought it kind of looked like a jungle and it looked cool. I didn't really have too much to base this build off of. Since this is a documentary, most of the show is focused on sit-down interviews. So I used a lot of imagination with this and just kind of let the show be an inspiration rather than an exact replica. I think it turned out pretty cool too. Okay, so next up is going to be Travis's living memorial. Joe actually used the ATVs in the memorial, but I didn't have access to any of those in-game. So the closest I could come up with was some jet skis. I know it's not exact, but I think it's close enough to get the point across. By the way, if this is your first time seeing a video on my channel, I do create builds on The Sims 4 from different houses and sets from TV shows. I've done a few like The Office, BoJack Horseman, and You from Netflix. If you like what you see, let me know in the comments and consider subscribing so I can make sure to keep some awesome content coming your way. In the back corner of the lot, you can really see the different background detail of the game. This lot is actually in the Strangerville neighborhood, so it has those big red rocks everywhere. Oklahoma has a lot of red dirt in it, so I thought it worked well for this build. I decided to use this space as kind of a show area for the tigers. I used some of the objects from the Cats and Dogs expansion as show items, and I think laying down the tiger striped rug really helped tie this area together as being a definite tiger show stage. I didn't really have anywhere to place a bathroom, so I used a vendor bathroom from the Island Living expansion pack. It has that corrugated metal on the outside that kind of looks run down, and I thought it worked really well. I used a lot of build items from Living Island on the exterior of this back building as well. Of course, I couldn't complete the build without making that bitch Carole Baskin, so there she is next to her bike. This last little building has a few things inside of it. As we move into the building, the first room up front is the gift shop. I used some artwork in here from the gallery. The tiger painting above the cash register is from Jules64, and the Joe photos that you'll see in just a second on the back wall are from Darkriven420. There will be one more tiger painting in the living room from Babewire as well. And then up next after this, we are going to be showing off Joe's famous studio where he recorded his show. I kind of just fluffed it up with a bunch of recording studio equipment and a green screen. I used the streaming station from the Get Famous pack here, so if you download this lot for your Sims, you can have them be an internet superstar just like Joe and Carole F Baskin. The last two rooms that we're showing are more just to make it more livable for your Sims. I have a little living room and a bedroom that are very much Joe's style. I know they showed his living room and bedroom in the show, but I ran out of space, so I kind of just used some creativity and what I would expect to see in this space. I do have all of my gallery information in the description below the video. Okay, so that just about wraps it up for this build. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Make sure to stick around for the full walkthrough of the zoo, and I'll see you all next time.